Hey, what's going on, guys? We'll be using, I don't know if you can check that out or not, Classic Shaving African Musk. This was a sample sent by LP. So this is what we're using today. I already have it kind of pre-lathered in the bowl. Next shave, though, we will be using TSE Espresso. So next shave is when I'll show you 3 extra soaps, and we'll go from there. So this is what I'm lathering here. In my experience, TSE, every soap I've lathered from them has lathered extremely well. I am lathering in bowls for their soaps because I have samples. And because they don't come in tubs, they're just pucks. So what I do is I'll cut a little piece off, a little splice piece off. I'll stick it to the bottom and I'll fill this up with warm water up above the soap. And I'll take a shower like I just did, get out and empty out the water. And then I'm ready, just create the lather. So, very, very nice lather. It does start foamy. The lather does start out foamy. You have to keep working it until you get to a great, nice, peaky consistency. So that's what we're gonna go with. We are using the Scally Badger brush right there that I just showed you. Josh asked me earlier today if I had any other brushes other than the Maggard Badger, my Boar, my Razor Rock, and my Scally. And I do. I have the 30mm synthetic from very, very nice soap, man. Also from Maggard's. I think it's called a wolf knot. The black knot, the black synthetic knot with the white or silver tips. I think that's called the wolf knot. So, yeah, hope everybody is having a good end of the week. I don't know when this is going to be uploaded. I'm shooting this Wednesday night, so it'll be uploaded Thursday or Friday, just depending on when I'm able. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. I have water in a little thing here. Just gonna dip the tips. This is a vegan soap, and like I was told, all of TSE soaps are tallow. All of Classic Shaving's soaps are vegan. Some have lanolin and some do not. So if you're against lanolin or just your skin doesn't react well to lanolin, you could, obviously get the non-lanolin version. And if you like lanolin for the post-shave, then be my guest. But all of the, like I said, all the Classic Shaving soaps that I've used have all worked phenomenally. No issues whatsoever. They lather great. I kind of feel like at least the little pieces that I was sent by Linguifile, these little pieces, they're like, the soap kind of feels rubbery, kind of doing like, it's like rubber. And so that's why I started blooming it, in all honesty, is because it felt like it's not super hard and it's not super soft. And it's not really even in between. It's like rubber. So, the Gold Dollar 1966 with the acrylic scales. Also the acrylic busted scales that I put some, I have a glob of snot glue right there. And I say it almost every time, this is the straight razor that nicked me really well. Several moons ago. The scar is actually faded quite nicely. You can still see it if you're up close, but it's definitely there, and yeah. But, you know, it's one of those cool scars, you know, in my opinion. Very nice. Some good suds sticking. It's well hydrated as well, so it's not that it's, you know, super thick or pasty or anything. It's well hydrated. Very nice residual slickness as well. I'm able to drag the razor across the skin, even without actually having visible lather there. Just get a little rinse going. Nice first pass. Had a couple ingrown hairs down there, which are now no longer with us. So I'm sure they will return in some way, shape, or form in the future. Reincarnate, if you will. But at the moment, they will not live to see another day. All right. And it's not dissipating. That's something else, you know, like some other soap that that I've tried a million times on this channel. It rhymes with ditchels. And it also, coincidentally, has lanolin and wool fat in it. So yeah. But this soap blows that soap out of the water, in my opinion. The scent on this, the scent strength, definitely below medium for me. 3.5 max. I don't think it's nowhere near a 4 or a 4.5. Like, no, it's 3.5. I will say the scent, at least for my nose, is true to the name. As far as the African thing, I don't know, but I don't know if this was maybe mirrored after like an African incense or something. I don't know. But it is a musky scent. That is 100% true, the muskiness. So, for whatever that's worth, let's clean up a little bit here. I see a badger hair on my brush. Oh, I'm sorry, from my brush on my razor. That is not a welcome sight. That Escali sheds like a beast, man. It really does. Let's go across. I was gonna go against, but I have several days of, a little over 2 days of growth, so I definitely need to do a 3-pass shave instead of a 2-pass, like I was intending to do. Very nice. I mean, really, I could stop right there. I could stop right there. But what's the fun in that? I tell you, it used to be a chore. Shaving with a cartridge razor. You know, the only thing that made it somewhat fun again, right, was probably around 2018. I started wet shaving, I think, in 2019. Like, you know, traditional wet shaving with DEs and or straights. From the age of, I don't know, maybe 13 or 14, I was shaving. Used just those dollar store single edge throwaway, you know, dispensable razors. And barber saw. And I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this as well. Dip it in my little thing. All right. And so, you know, shaving was always just boring, and, you know, you got to do it because you got to look presentable, etc., etc. So, but then, you know, Dollar Shave Club started doing all their marketing stuff, and I think Harry's also. And so you have all these companies that started, you know, marketing, and it just looked fun. Like it brought a little bit of fresh air to shaving for me. And then that, since I was having a little bit of fun with that, but it was kind of getting dull because I had already tried the Dr. Carver shave butter and all this other stuff that DSC sold, Dollar Shave Club. Kind of wanted something else, and so I was looking for some different soaps to use, and that's when I purchased Parasso and whatnot. And then I started finding brushes and other stuff, and it just took off from there. Started, bought my first DE, my Vanderhagen. Very first DE was my Vanderhagen. Yep, it's definitely taken off since that point in time, and you know, kind of grown into a thing of its own for me, at least. And I couldn't really jump on the same bandwagon as some people with, you know, it's gonna save me money. Because with Dollar Shave Club, I mean, I wasn't paying that much with them anyway. And I have somewhat of an addictive personality anyway. And so I knew whenever I purchased my first artisan soap, I mean, you know, like I said, Parasso, and I had Henry Cavendish. Those were my two actual first shaving soaps. But, you know, those are like, I don't know, mass produced, I guess is what I would say. You know, I don't know, however you want to label it, but I knew whenever I purchased that first artisan soap, it came here and I smelled it, I was like, oh man. Got that DE razor, shaved with it, my first shave, I was like, man, you know what? You know what? I need more. I mean, you know, we fall into that, well, what does this scent smell like? What does that scent smell like? And you watch these other guys shaving videos and you're like, oh, he likes this and I like this other soap that he has and he really likes that one, so I probably will like this scent. And sometimes that's true, sometimes it's not. But what's fun is, you know, thinking to yourself that you're gonna get a better shave based on the razor, right? So I don't have an Edwin Jagger DE89 or a Mercure Future, or, I mean, I have the clone, but, you know, I don't have any of those, I guess, what I would call, or what some would call like an iconic type of razor. There's another one, it was the DE89, and then there was one more that I'm forgetting the name of, but anyways. But, you know, I used to think, man, I need to get those because, like, I'm going to get a much better shave. That's not true at all. You know, you're not going to get a much better shave. My skin, by the way, feels great with that soap. And actually, I have a little bit right there. I was just feeling it while I was rinsing. Still, quite a bit of lather in the brush. You hear it? You hear how you don't hear it any longer? Got it. Perfect. Yeah. And so it just progressed with me. It just for a while. I'd say probably 2-3 months. I would at night before bed. I would have my phone and put my head under the covers so the light wouldn't bother my wife, and just watch YouTube videos. I'm not that bad now, you know. I'll watch them when I can during the day or whatever. But when I was first starting out in wet shaving, like I wanted to absorb everything that I could, and whatever. So, all right, let's go with another. Let's see. I've used all of these, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go with Texas Leather Aftershave. That is another TSE, or the Soap Exchange soap. Well, this is the aftershave, but I have this soap actually. Texas Leather, I have that soap. This has like a, I would say it's like a gliss. I don't know if you can see the bubbles in there. I think you can. When I shake it up, it has bubbles that pop up in it. And I think that's because it's glycerin based. You see how this is like super liquidy? Like it's very fluid, right? Like it performs like water. But this is like, it's more viscous. Like it's thicker, you know? The viscosity is, so it's, what does that mean? Hell, I don't know, but I know it smells great. I know that Linguophile said that he feels like it's a little oily, or maybe not oily. I don't know. I don't remember the word he used. Maybe it was oily. I definitely get like a, like I said, it's like a glycerin. That's really what it is. Smells fantastic to my nose. Let's get it in the beard. Whew. But that's the shave, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next shave.